righty. So last but not least, here we are going to have Claude talk about sort of attaching our head and how to make the head here to finish up our bobblehead. And we'll switch on over to him.
All right. So, and when putting the head together, just like with a snowman or any other structure that's usually built, since the head is at the top, not most likely, you do want it to be the lightest part of the whole assembly, of the whole structure. That's just because if the head's too heavy, it could cause potential issues with tipping, potential structure fractures. A lot of stuff could occur if you build the head, basically the top part of the structure, to be the heaviest object within it. That's why, just like with the pyramids, the point of the pyramid is at the top as opposed to the bottom. And just like with skyscrapers, usually you don't see too many skyscrapers where the top floor is the largest floor of the building. It's usually the base. So when building your bobbleheads, you want to use a lighter material to head out of. So, for example, in the instructions, as you can see, when you cut the tube into parts, the smaller part for the head. In the case of my bobblehead, I actually used a very small medicine cup to the head, to use for the head. And for the neck, I used a pipe cleaner as well. Now, I do have to apologize. My bobblehead is out of the same materials as the instructions, but with just like everyone else, I just used kind of what was available to me around my house. So, and apparently, Edwin and I were on the same wavelength because my bobblehead is Iron Man as well. So, as you can see, Iron Man has like I said before, the smaller medicine cup for a head connected some glue to a pipe cleaner. And again, like I said before, it is the lightest part of the structure, so that even as it shakes or moves, it does not tip over the whole structure and it's able to stand on its own. So just when developing the you develop or build any type of structure, usually the top is going to be the lightest portion of it completely. So
I love that you both had the same idea there. That's so great. And I will say, I love also how you were able to use whatever you had around your house. And you guys had some really different structures here. Like, as you can see with mine, I used sort of the cardboard, but I didn't actually have an extra toilet paper roll. So I cut out from like a cereal box and then was able to wrap it around. So I love that there's so many different ways to do this and make it work. And now you are going to get the same question as Edwin, even though he stole your motorcycle idea. So
so the question again was how to basically, reenact how Iron Man was in the movies in real life. I believe that was the question, right?
Sure. Or just like how you see yourself being Iron Man in real life. Any sort of, you can take it whichever way you want.
Okay. So the thing I kind of Tony Stark or Iron Man in the movie is just his insatiable succeed. You know, when he was with a lot of adversity, when they had a lot of issues, like when they were fighting Thanos in the last couple of movies, it seemed like a feat that he overcome, but he just had the tenacity and just the aggressive try to strive to overcome that obstacle. And I think that's the biggest thing I've always admired about Iron Man, besides the cool costume, of course, but just the idea that no matter what obstacle arises, we'll continue to overcome, we'll continue to work together, we'll continue to learn and develop. I feel like that's kind of the aspect of his character that I want to take, take into myself, and it's just the idea of, continually advancing myself, never being satisfied with, whatever we're dealt with, and for any obstacle that comes up, to continue to try to achieve or learn or overcome it.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I love that answer. And I think, making and doing these hands-on experiments and doing this whole trial and error process, whether it's with a little bit of cardboard or whether it's with a 3D printer and, something that's really big, you're always going to run into something that's a little bit tricky or a little bit more difficult for you. And just always trying to keep pushing through and finding a new way to do things is really great and is a really important part of making and of being a person, as we've just heard. And so now you all have shared yours, so I'm going to share mine as well. And I know that probably most of our kids that are working on this aren't here right now or aren't at this spot right now in their making process. But once you do get there, as you've seen from our guests here today, they all did some designs on theirs, made it really personable to them. So for mine, I put some masking tape on mine, and I had a couple extra pipe cleaners, so I added them as my hands. And I actually want to be a doctor. That is my goal after I am no longer working at the Dayton Regional STEM Center. And so on my masking tape, I got a permanent marker. You can use a regular marker or a pen, but I drew myself a little lab coat, sort of like Alvin's lab coat that he had, but his was actually real. Mine's my interpretation of it, but I've got my little stethoscope as well. And I really like doing work with the heart. I think I might want to be a cardiologist, a doctor that works with the heart. So I've got my tiny little heart there as well. So that's mine.